and welcome to this 4-part video series. I've put this video series together for you to really help emphasize the connection between your mind, body and your spirit, and how this will help lead you to the business and life that you really love. In this first video series, we're going to really deep dive into emotional awareness, to really look at how our emotions and our physicality are connected. We're going to look at emotional intelligence, how to use our emotional guidance system to really benefit us. And the last point here is looking at the most empowering question that you can ask yourself to help bring you back on track. As a kinesiologist, an NRT trainer, and an NLP coach, I've worked with a lot of business owners, entrepreneurs, and people wanting to better their health and life. What we have realized is how important it is to look after our emotional body as well as our physical body, as well as our spiritual body. These are all connected, and to really gain that life and business that we really want, we have to look at everything in balance. So this is why it's so important for us to start with our emotional and physical body. So let's have a look around bringing the awareness on why our emotional and physical bodies are connected. So every emotion that we experience, be good or bad, sets off a series of chemical reactions in our body. What it actually does, it releases what we call neuropeptides. And these neuropeptides releases a series of hormones within our body. So when we're experiencing what we would feel as a negative emotion, anger, hate, despair, stress, anxiety, these release a series of chemical reactions to help bring our body into balance. Things like adrenaline, things like cortisol. These is what brings our body back into balance when we're in a stressful fight or flight state. But the thing is, over a period of time, when we are in a constant state of fight or flight, a constant state of stress and anxiety, our bodies struggle to cope. So therefore, what we end up doing is we end up physically manifesting the results of our emotions. And the way that this happens is because every single emotion releases its own set of chemical reactions within our body that actually coincides with certain muscles and certain organs. So we can correlate what emotion we're feeling, what muscle or organ is actually stimulated by that emotion. If we want to go one further, which I'll be addressing in a later video, we can look at how our emotions affect our physicality, our muscles or organs, and how that's related to one of the 6 governing houses of our being. So when we look at the governing houses, we look at different areas of our life. So what we've actually found out over time is that an emotion affects our physicality, which is the result of stress being in certain areas of our life. So those 6 governing houses. So we can understand why it's really important for us to get to know our bodies, get to know what we're thinking and feeling, because it has a big play in our mental and physical health. Now, when we look at emotional intelligence, we look at using our emotions as a guidance system. So what we know is that negative emotions, or what is perceived as negative emotions, put off a series of chemical reactions within the body to bring the body physically and mentally back into balance. So what we can realize is when we're in this state of awareness on how we are feeling, we can use it as a navigating system, kind of like a GPS. So when we're feeling discomfort emotionally, we can be in the awareness that that is not the state that we wish to be in. And it is up to us to then have a look at, okay, what is making us feel this way, and how do I get from a negative state into a more positive state? So we know that experiencing the love, joy, contentment within our lives actually brings our physical body back into balance. It actually does more than that though. When we are in a state that we feel that we love and we really like and enjoy, our bodies actually are able to perform at more of an optimum level. So it's no more just surviving, we go into the thriving mode. And that's what we really, really want. It helps us not only think clearly, but are able to see opportunities when they come our way. So it's really important for us to use our emotions as our guidance system to lead us down the path that we really want to. And that is a thriving life and business, that it really contains the balance that we desire in our life. Now, the third part here was the most empowering question that you can ask yourself to help you get back on track. And it is so super simple, but I can almost guarantee most of us never ask ourselves this question. And that is simply, how do I feel? How do you feel? And the reason we ask ourselves this is, one, to bring to our awareness what is really going on inside, how we're really feeling in the moment. Because using our emotions as a guidance system is great, but what we do need to know is a starting point. Where are we starting from? How do I feel right now? And is that where I want to be? So by first asking yourself, how do I feel? It gives you a great location of where you are now. If you want to go one further, it's, where do I want to be? What that also gives you, it gives you the understanding that you have control over how you feel. Even if someone has made you feel angry, feel sad, to be in despair by the actions of someone else's, we have the ability to change our state. You have the power to change how you feel. So ask yourself how you are currently feeling and how you want to feel. Now stay tuned for the next video, because in the next video we're going to have a look at the filters and programmings that we're currently running and why that may be leading you to the way that you're currently feeling. We also look at the effects on those current filters and programmings and how they affect our health, our emotions, our business, and ultimately our life. I'll actually take you through each of the 6 governing houses and what they actually are and how to work with them to bring your life back into balance. So check for your inbox tomorrow for that second video.